here's something I've been thinking about lately. I don't do resolutions, but I feel like maybe around the start of the new year, I kind of try to, but probably don't always, but like kind of think, uh, what's the word I'm thinking of?
Boobs?
Thinking about myself and how I behave and, what is that word?
Ass?
Reflect.
Yeah, reflect. That's a good word. That's not what I was thinking of, but reflect on how my relationships are and all that type of shit. I don't know. And, I feel like, especially from listening to probably podcasts and other stuff, I've realized over the past couple of years that I think I have better relationships with men than I do women. I definitely have more relationships with men than women, but so I'm just curious if you all think you have more intimate in the sense of like able to speak and talk to a lot with men or women, or like are your relationships stronger, obviously not talking, in a sexual way, but in a friendship way, in a relying on each other way, are they better with men or women? Because I've realized that I'm better at relationships with my male friends than I am with Kelsey sometimes. And that's me trying to realize that and work on that. But I definitely am able to talk in a different manner with men than I do women. Deep question at the end of our show here, but
Uh, What? I have a question for you, Kyle.
yeah.
It's not my answer, but I'm just curious. Like, do you think, and I'm being dead ass serious. I don't want this question to come off wrong. Do you think that your relationship is stronger with men because you're um, maybe more attracted, like just hardwired towards a woman, and maybe you're putting up that wall to make sure that like you don't do anything stupid, so you're not fully yourself?
Maybe, but I think I'm going to flip your attraction word and say that, I mean, you could be right, but I think I'm, for whatever reason, attracted to or value a male friendship more. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have older siblings and I was always wanting my older brothers to be like, they were always kind of on a pedestal because they're older and are not around a ton. I mean, they're around, but like I was never, super close. So I always sought out those friendships. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's
I just
it's a
know that,
hard.
like,
Go ahead.
I don't know, getting out dirty laundry, but like, I know that I know I can sit there and talk to, for instance, Jake and I talk on the phone almost every day. I've never had a relationship with anyone but him like that, where I literally can talk on the phone every day with him. Even when Kelsey and I weren't living together, we talk on the phone every day, but like I didn't always want to talk on the phone. I can talk to Jake on the phone every day. I don't know why. And he and I can always just talk through shit all the time. And I don't have as easy of a time talking through shit with Kelsey. Sometimes, it's not always the case, but like, and maybe it's also because we're with each other all the time. And so I'm taking opportunities to vent about one thing or another or whatever, or some things that I just don't want to bring up to her or whatever. I don't know.
I think the stakes are higher too with your spouse. Like
Yeah.
if you're
Very
trying to
true.
talk something out while you're thinking, and like maybe your thoughts aren't all the way put together, or your intention is mistaken. Like Jake would be like, "The fuck are you talking about?" But like your spouse may not be so
Yeah.
considerate. It might take it more personal because of how important your relationship is. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think about that. I think about that stuff too.
That's something I actually struggle with a little bit. I um I mean, I tell L'Oreal everything, like zero secrets. And uh but we just like you said, Kyle, you're with someone all the time, but like even to this day, uh, I can misread how L'Oreal is trying to come off. Like she could say something, and it almost feels like she is like pointing like the blame on me or attacking me, when really she's expressing herself to me as like a team, but I'm being selfish and reading it as like this was
Taking it personal.
taking it personally.
Yeah.
This is a mistake. And then you know, then I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are you attacking me? But she's like, no, like, yeah, I'm not attacking you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
A lot of times when that happens to me, it's because I think here's another thing that's probably makes it easier to talk to my male friends than Kelsey sometimes, is the fact that I don't run through the conversation in my head a million times with my male friends before I have it. With Kelsey, like if there's something I need to talk to her about or anything like that, like I'm sure we all do this, and it's something I'm like really trying to either I don't know if you can stop doing it, but like at least recognize that I am doing it. But I'll have the conversation in my head at least 5 times before the conversation happens. And if it goes exactly how I thought in my head, then I'm instantly triggered because I'm like instant go to that point of like, the fuck? Like, why? What is happening? Like, and so I get defensive or take it personal immediately because I've already had the conversation in my head and I'm already fired up about it. When in reality, I need to like listen and understand like her tone and what she's saying. Yeah.
Definitely guilty of that for sure. I'm a piece of shit though, dude. Like I think that's part of my problem. I'm just a terrible person. But
yeah. So I think I've been thinking about this a lot lately, but even more this week because of that armchair episode that happened on Monday with Anna Kendrick. Y'all should go listen to it.
Catch the rest of this episode and more at Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your podcast.